that's okay with you.
Do your thing. I always fix myself.
All right. Yeah, but like I said, just talking to the mic, and then you ain't got to get too close. Should be all right. Welcome.
What's good?
Got Qween Meek in the house. I know what it is. I'm Koala Khool, and this is. I thought of a name last episode. I ain't have a name, but we're gonna call this unconscious content. Content.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we exploring dreams, we exploring the subconscious mind, we exploring things on the other side of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? We're really just catching up, but I feel like that's a cool name.
Yeah.
What you think of the logo?
I like the logo too. You know, I almost hit you up today and asked you to make me a logo for Give It to God. And he was like, I really don't like text on cover art.
I was gonna tell you though, except for logos, like logos make sense to me, but just typing like text on over the cover art, I'm not a fan of. But if it was like if you had like a Qween Meek logo, which you do, don't you?
Mm-mm.
You don't. If you had like a Qween Meek logo, I could see that like on there because it's more like a sticker or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So you weren't talking about the title. You was talking about how I put by Qween Meek.
I was talking about. Well, they were both just text that you just typed in there, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about that.
Okay.
Because people be doing that a lot in cover art.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
I don't like it. I feel like you could just, because nowadays everything's digital. So like you could just have the cover art and then underneath it's going to say all the information that you just put in the cover art.
Exactly.
So,
I was just trying to fill space. But I feel like a logo would be cool.
You know, is there cursing in that song? I can't remember.
It's not. And I already know what you about to say. Put an advisory because it always make the cover
and make
look
it look
official.
like make it look like cover
But
art.
it's actually, the only thing I say is don't be a renegade. That's it. And you don't have to put advisory when you don't cuss. Or if it's one word.
Maybe there's like other stickers that are like, look the same but say something else.
I seen one that said, warning, positive content or something like that.
Okay, see, yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Something like that, but it looks like that, still looks like that sticker. It still looks like the parental advisory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought that was cool too.
Yeah.
I might do that.
That's a good idea. I feel like I'm gonna leave one of these screens up so I can make sure that it's still recording, because I had Travis over for one episode and it like stopped recording.
Oh, that's...
Yes. You see this stop? It's behind. All right, see, because you're looking at it, you'll be able to see this. So if you see this stop,
I'll tell you.
tell me.
For sure, I got you.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, the show is supposed to be about like exploring the subconscious and things like that. And dreams is like always a great way to like start exploring your subconscious. So, are you a big dreamer?
I am. You want to hear my most recent dream?
Yeah, you want to share it?
Okay. I don't remember nothing. I just remember seeing this.
I don't remember nothing. You
I just want to tell you what I saw. I just remember seeing this thing that had like a bunch of teeth in its mouth. Like it had like 6 rows of teeth. And it was like opening its mouth and I was like about to get swallowed.
Whoa.
And then I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I still haven't researched it. I don't know. My dreams be wild. And the thing is, I haven't been intoxicated lately.
Yeah.
So it's been weird.
What happened in the last 2 previous days before that dream?
I can say I've been going through like my emotions where I'm actually processing them now.
Uh-huh.
And I'll say I had a moment where I picked up my camera and I recorded myself going off. No intention of posting and nothing.
Is it the day before the dream?
A few days before.
Few days, okay.
And it was to release what I was feeling because I don't allow myself to process my feelings. And I was just going in because I was like, man, I really went through a lot for a year. And I feel like people ain't really just trying to understand. Like, I remember watching this pastor say, people can be so solution-based that they forget to be compassionate when people are going through it. Mm. And I'm that person. I don't want you to, oh, well, you need to do this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't care for that. If I'm talking to you, because I'm not as vulnerable, I'm edgy. So when I am being vulnerable, I need you to be vulnerable with me. I'm not asking for that. If I was, I would have said
space,
that. Yeah, if I was, I would have asked for that. I didn't grow up getting hugs. I didn't grow up. My parents weren't compassionate. They were, well, okay, we need to do like, it's always been fast paced. I don't get the opportunity to like sit with it. And so that day I was just like trying to let it go. Like I was mad because I feel like the people I'm surrounded by, I'm not blaming them, but in that moment, I feel like, damn, the people around me kind of failed me because they didn't catch that. Even though I'm trying to explain that, they're not catching going to what I'm saying. It's like they're steady trying to be solution based. And so I was just frustrated, like, bro, I really need to get people who hear me, like actually understand where I'm coming from. And I think that's something that maybe that's why I had that dream. I feel like I've been consumed with those thoughts for days, and I just been letting it sit for a year, like avoiding talking to people because I feel like I want to be the monster that's going in on people because they don't realize how I may feel attacked, you know?
Yeah. That's so funny. Shad was over here and he was telling me about a dream, and there was a monster in his dream too. And I told him that often in dreams the monster is yourself.
Right.
Yeah. He didn't quite understand, but he had a good perspective on it too. That it was his aunt.
His aunt?
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, I do feel like that monster was me.
Yeah, a lot of the times the monster be you. That's what the subconscious is. That's why it's so interesting to me, because this book I'm reading, and y'all probably gonna see me talking about this book. It's called Dreams. I don't have it with me right now. But it's by Dr. Carl Jung, and he's like this early, like 19th century, like late 19th century, maybe early 20th century psychiatrist. Like one of the first psychiatrists, technically, like in the Western culture. But he's got this book about dreams, and in it he's talking about why we have dreams, and he's talking about how like, you know, how our ancestors, they would tell important messages through storytelling, and your dreams just so happen to be like that. It's basically like storytelling. Mm-hmm. And so like a lot of people like theorize that dreams is like remnants of our ancestors, like how they used to pass important messages to us. So you'll dream like in symbolism, like basically like you'll dream about monsters, you'll dream about like very like generic things. Like I used to have this dream of being in the jungle, like running away from something. It was in the jungle, and me and like people would be what I would perceive to be like my family members would be running from something, but I didn't know quite what it was, so we were running away from, because it never ever got to us, but we would be running from something.
Right.
And every once in a while I see somebody get murked, like a bullet would come out of nowhere, somebody would kill somebody, but I don't know where it's coming from, it's just coming.
That's crazy.
So we're always running until we get to the ocean. And then people go out swimming in the water, and I don't want to swim. So then I finally stop running and get shot.
Did you fight?
And get shot. And wake up. But it's just be like a reoccurring dream in different situations. Like sometimes it'd be in a jungle, sometimes it'd be like in this giant, like I used to play Call of Duty, so it'd be like on one of the maps in Call of Duty.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I used to play Pac-Man World a lot, and I started dreaming I was in there, and I was always getting taken out.
Yeah,
like dying. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, I want to know, what's the symbolism when you having a dream and you trying to punch somebody, and it's just like you in a Grand Theft Auto game and you ain't even connecting with shit. You just steady like throwing blows, but it ain't connecting. What does that even mean? Because I be wanting to knock them up. Like, why are you hitting me, but I can't hit you back?
I think partially it has something to do with like you being in sleep paralysis. Like, so like literally your body is not like, when you go to sleep, your body stops motor functions.
Right.
So that you're not just like flailing around while you're dreaming. So I think part of it is your brain realizing that you literally can't move. And so like in your dream, like you trying, like, 'cause that happens to me a lot in dreams where I'm trying to fight back and I can't really fight back. But I think it's because your brain's literally like, no, nigga, you need to stay asleep. Like, I need you to stay asleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let you move around, and you can feel it. Like, you can feel that you can't move, like, or something.
Nah, maybe so. I don't know, because I know when I had my surgery and I was asleep, that medicine be making you hallucinate. I remember I woke up with my fist balled up. I'm like mad in the mug. I'm like, oh, something attacking me and I want to get it.
That's crazy.
Nah, that was crazy.
I wish I could remember. I know I had a crazy dream when they put me under the anesthesia too for my surgery, but I don't remember what it was either. But I remember waking up and I remember being totally freaked out that it was over. I was like, what? I had like a tube in my chest and shit, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, what
Back
the
to reality.
fuck? That shit felt like being like, imagine like being abducted or some shit, and like all of a sudden you something going on, like you're on a surgery table.
Yeah. Or like when they come
Who
in
knows
the
what they did to me like while I was under.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you do finally wake up, you wake up with them snatching out the needles that was in your arms to do your like drip and everything.
I'm worried that like one day I'll go get an X-ray or like go for another surgery, and they'll be like, when did you have such and such removed? I'm gonna be like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? When did you have your appendix taken out? I'll be
or
like, never. What?
Or like they left something inside of you.
Ooh.
I've had two friends tell me that story. One's found a metal thing, and another one they found like a old towel or something.
Not an old towel.
Bro, I'm like, how are you even healthy right now?
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I be worried about that stuff, and then they leave a towel in you, and then they sew you up or whatever, and then they realize they did it, and they're just like scared now because they're gonna get in trouble if they say they left the towel in you, so they just leave the towel in you.
Right. And then hopefully you had some other surgeries and procedures so they don't get blamed. Because now you can't figure out who did it.
Right as he finished sewing that last little thing up, he'd be like, what happened to that towel? All right, we good. You know what I'm saying? We good here. Nurse, get him out of here. We good?
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Medical field's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I be scared every time I go to the hospital. Shout out to my niece, man. Something happened to her. I hope you recover and get better.
Godspeed, niece.
Yeah, she's in some type of little car accident.
Oh.
Yeah. But she okay. Tell me though why she gotta tell me. My sister don't tell me. My mom don't tell me. They all in Colorado.
It be like that.
No, it don't be like that.
My mama like that too.
What?
I be finding out down the line, like my grandma or somebody else.
There's no way my 13-year-old niece should be telling me about this now. She got to go get surgery and stuff now. Like, I'm like, what? Nobody said. And I just talked to my mom too, like a couple of days before.
This
been happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They don't tell me nothing. But I guess I could be like, I don't ask. Like, so I guess if I never ask, I never know.
It could be both because I'm really not much of a talker. Like, I can literally go months.
I don't like that, though. I don't want to have to ask all the time if everything's okay. Like, I just need you to tell me if, like, when stuff happens, like, that way. Because now I feel like I got to call all the time and ask if everything's okay.
That's the point. That's where I was getting at. I'm not much of a talker. Like, when I stay by myself, I could go a whole month without talking to my mama. And it's not intentionally. I grew up introverted, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like they don't think, oh, let me call her and tell her something. Mm-hmm. Like, you should be calling and checking in. And it's probably what it is.
I'm just tripping because my grandma was the opposite of that. And we all lived together for such a long time that you would think my mom would have, like, just picked up that trait, like, naturally, but not at all. Like, my mom, like, the exact opposite of my grandma. Like, my grandma was nosy. She was always trying to know about everybody's stuff.
Well, that's what it is.
Always worried. She'd be like, you know, she's one of the ones I'd be out late, like, when I was, like, a teenager and stuff. I'd be out late, and she'd be sitting by the window when I get home, just, like, looking out, like, just,
baby,
like, you know what I'm saying, making sure I got home. Like, she was wild. Man, God bless her soul. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, grandparents are wild. Different times. But I was gonna say that, like how you were saying, how your parents are with you is typically because that's how they felt like their parents were with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And it was different time. Your parents probably had like the pressure on them, so they probably just feel like this urgency, like can't be playing around, like
no fact.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like when they was coming up, it probably was really like that, like. You know what I'm saying?
My mama definitely, you need to move faster.
It's a little more lax for our generation.
Hey, y'all soft. That's what we get from them.
Nah, we adopted the mentality of work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? They from that generation of like, they value working hard a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, work as many hours of the day as you can, like, and hard labor shit, you know what I'm saying?
Bro. And you know, no, for real, so my grandparents were sharecroppers. Like, the next thing after slavery, damn near slaves. Like, my grandpa came to Houston trying to get away from his, in my opinion, still master. You know what I'm saying?
I think you told me about this before.
Yeah. And so my grandpa, he still got that mindset of, like, work. Like, I'm trying to relax today before I go to the shop. And He want me to make him some dang on fajitas. I hear my mama come in the house to bring him something. My mama bring him something. And this man, Mika! I'm like, what? He said my son, roll out. My son.
You sound like Mystical, your grandpa or something.
My mama told my son, what that mean? She know what it mean. Nothing. Freak out on it. What you want?
The nigga right, chill. Sing it.
You know, make me some fajitas. Oh, God. Like, dang, bro.
That's funny. Old man voice is funny. Old man black voices is funny. But they always got like this growl to it eventually. Like it always, even if it wasn't when you was younger, like it get there.
My grandpa got a real deep voice with that growl too. Like, he really like, and it just be like, damn. Like, it don't mean, I don't care what he doing. It's no whisper from him. Like, y'all think I be loud? That man loud.
Well, probably, you know, like when you get old, you're hearing and shit. Like,
I know that man been like this. I was like, he is loud. He wake up coming out the, good morning. I'm like,
that's funny. It's like the whole house like rumbles.
Yeah, no, for real. That's
see the shit go. Like, damn.
He said I was in the kitchen one time cooking. He scared the shit out of me. He came out of, whoo! My grandma used to get mad. Why you gotta make all that goddamn noise? For real.
I might be that type of person though too when I'm older, just because I do like scaring people. So if it is quiet, like, and I can just like come in there loud and just like wake it the fuck up, like.
Lord,
that's cool. I can't wait to be old. To be honest with you, you know, because you know, like over here, it's like people be like really dreading getting old. But I see old people, and if they're well off, and if I'm well off and I got my health, I like looking old looks cool to me. Like
80 and still can bust a move.
That seems kind of up there, but 80 seems crazy. But you know, like the 70s, like I feel like I could be cool in my 70s. Like old is just like. Because you get to just get away with everything, like, because you're old, right?
Everything's cheaper.
Is it?
Taxes on your house is cheap. Yep. My grandpa was talking about, like, if I took his house, the difference, it's like $1,000 difference in his taxes. Huh. If he passed away and I take over, it's $1,000 or more increase. Everything's cheaper. You get senior citizen meals, all that. And people are nicer to you when they help you more.
I don't know about all that.
Sometimes.
I would love to interview an old person and get like the real scoop. Like, yo, what's it like? Is it really like, do you feel like you get respect out here in the streets, or like do you feel like people sleeping on you?
But you like an old senile motherfucker? Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Type.
It's really tough though, because it's like, that's why I say you would need to have wealth and health, because if you don't have either one of those, like it's like hard for me to be like, look up to that. Like, both of them is gonna be important. Like you could be rich, but if you just, that's why old white men, like they're really rich, look terrible to me, because they just skin look terrible and all that. And you got all that money, man, but you don't got no hair, and like you just look
stressed the hell out,
all the liver spots and all that other shit. Like just nah, man.
Nah, facts.
When I see the black hip hop niggas that are getting old, them niggas look crazy. Like I'm like, okay, I can see that. Like because like LL Cool J and like. Man, all them dudes from back then, they be looking like, okay, you look like you could be my dad, not my grandpa, but them niggas are definitely my grandpa's age, like in their 60s and going on 70s.
Right. Right, y'all still look that good.
Yeah.
People still think I'm like 25. I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. To be a 31-year-old rapper, I'm cool with that. Right, y'all look that young in my 50s and 60s.
I wonder how many people really tell the truth in the industry about how old they are.
Right. Because some of them looking real. You know who look good, though? Ashanti. She in her 40s, bro. She look like she's, like, late 20s, mid-30s.
Yeah. She got better looking, too. Like, she started, like...
When I say age well, that's what I aspire. Like, sis look good.
Yeah.
Maya, too. Maya got thicker.
Yeah. And they started dressing better and doing better makeup and better hairstyles.
They're modern. I think that, I mean, it's always like, it's in you, but also I do feel like that's what it is too. Like the progression of the makeup, the hairstyles and everything, it automatically give you that youth too. Not taking anything away from them because they look good. I do think that.
But now y'all got like the templates now, so y'all got like the Kim K template. And y'all got, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got just the little templates now that y'all be doing.
I want the plump lips like Kim K over here, and give me a little hip like Nicki and Chloe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be wondering, like, the girls who do all of that. No shade to them. Your body, your choice, right? But do you ever just feel like, damn, I wish I could take this shit off? Like, even
mean,
just
like plastic surgery,
all of that, yeah, all that too. Because I feel like they come with a persona that you have to have.
You said
too.
that too. What were you talking about?
Oh yeah, I said that too. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
But also the persona that you all of a sudden got because now you got that body. You know what I'm saying? Because did you feel that confident? Like it's something in you had to be like, I want to do this. And again, this is not shade because people's going to watch this. I'm just wondering, like, do you ever feel like I want to take this mask off now? Like, I liked it when I did it, but I'm kind of tired of this mask. Because even just like me doing my hair like this and all this shit, the press on nails, I have that. So I'm like, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
You want to be able to remove it. So it's like, maybe you could compare it to like getting a tattoo. I feel like maybe people get tattoos and then one day they're just like, fuck, why did I get this tattoo? Like, I wish I could get rid of this tattoo. Maybe like a similar, I could only think of that because I would never get plastic surgery.
Because that's the only other thing that's permanent that you can do to your body.
Yeah, but the fact that plastic surgery is surgery and you're literally like risking your life to make these alterations is why I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not willing to risk my life just to alter it like that. Like, I'll get surgery if I need it, but I'm not trying to unnecessarily put myself under that anesthesia that we was talking about. Because a percentage of people die from that every year. Like, I don't even know what the number is, but it's something significant.
You ever seen Botched? The show?
Oh, I couldn't watch. See, even the name of it is like gonna make me never want to go to the hospital again.
Bro, like they had one girl on there. They had told her like she could have lost her life because one of her bags was leaking.
Yeah,
like that shit is scary. Even like what's her name? K. Michelle. She said that how it was starting to cause her health problems, and that's why she got.
But when they get the BBL, they be making their ass green and all types of shit. No, that's not good, man. Like, and I get it. Let me put it this way: I can understand it from a business perspective. So if you literally sat down and was like, "Damn, if I get with such and such done, and I'm about to use that to like get a bag," like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a real thing that exists. Like, I feel like.
And I just wish it was a honest conversation that came with it because it's never said that. It's like, oh, I just wanted to do it. This, you know, I like that. But is there ever an honest conversation that's the bag came with the body type of thing? Even like some of the girls in the beauty
industry. It's just understood. That's like almost saying.
But they don't ever want to admit.
Do good looking people trend to make more money than somebody that's less good looking in society standards? I'm not trying to say. I'm not trying to say who is or isn't, but like, you know what I'm saying. So whatever society's standard of beauty is, those people have an advantage.
Yeah,
we don't talk about it because it's just like, duh.
It's like, oh well, why are you mad? Because I got this, but come on.
Or people with charisma. Like, it's just understood. Like, well, yeah, like, you ever been around that person? Of course they're successful. Like, they just motherfuckers just awesome to be around all the time.
Right.
Like, type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just understood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And also, like, when people just have like a lot of money and like they came up growing up with a lot of money, we don't talk about it because someone said, oh yeah, that's just fucking Lil Lewis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga grew up, parents been had the money, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, understood. Yeah. That's crazy. What are we working on today?
We are going to work on Adore Thee and Fuck With a Boo. And then whatever you wanted me to do, forgive it to God.
Did we say you're a rapper? Did we say artist?
I mentioned I'm a rapper when I mentioned my age.
Okay. Did I have you introduce yourself? I did all that, right?
No, you just said this is Qween Meek and I just said what's up.
Oh, if you're going to introduce yourself, how would you introduce yourself?
I would introduce myself as Queen all across the board, and I checkmate. I do some of everything. You know, it ain't about you. I want to learn how to introduce myself in 3 words. It's kind of hard when you do a lot, though.
That's why rappers in the early days, they would name themselves with 3 names. With 3 words. Yeah, 3 words. LL Cool J, Jam Master Jay, Run DMC. Like, I don't know, like they would do it in threes because like those 3 words would describe who they were.
Well, Qween Meek, I
DJ
feel like
Koala,
it says
Khool.
everything. I feel like Qween Meek said,
Qween Meek, yeah. But if you could put one more word in there, what would it be?
I don't know. That's a good question. Don't start getting me to wreck my
What's the
brain.
first word that comes to mind?
I was just about to say MC Qween Meek.
MC Qween Meek. Perfect.
In-house.
Perfect. That's what it'd be. Because, that would describe it perfect.
It does.
That's crazy, right? In threes. 3 words.
MC Qween Meek.
We got to bring it back, everybody. 3 words to your name. I always like the 1-word names. Like, those are always really powerful, too. If you can get away with just, like, one name, like one
name. I really definitely want to just do Queen, but because it's so common to use in names, it's like, I don't want to. Queen. Everybody turn around.
How do you feel about where you are in your journey with your music?
I feel great about it. I know the last time I came, I was telling you how I didn't like none of the stuff that I've put out before. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I don't like.
If it was like an anime, it would have been like you would have seen like this like shit in my heart like break. I was like, I don't like none of her shit.
You know,
only because I was like, that's like a really harsh judgment on yourself as like somebody that's like new to like releasing music. Like that's a really hard like take on yourself. I get it because I think I did the same thing. But in retrospect, like the more music I drop, the more I realize that's like a super harsh judgment on myself, because it doesn't ever allow you for like, if you were to drop the most perfect song your first time, your career's over because you're never gonna do any better.
That is true.
And that would suck. And that happens to like artists for real.
They get stuck in
one hit wonders.
Yep. I definitely, it's not to judge myself harsh. I'm actually assess like some of the times where people will say, hey, if you did it like this and I didn't listen. Or the people I've worked with who didn't listen to me. Like, I had this one person I did a song with and they just did not hear me out when I said, hey, we should get that. It was their turn. I can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, now I'm just like, well, I won't work with artists like that. Or how even just like my writing style, Shy would get on me all the time. You're not rhyming enough. And even so, I like doing inner outers anyway. Like, I like being slightly abstract with it. Like, I feel like it's too predictable or it's too expected to be that person. So I like being a little weird, but I do hear what he speaks on now when he says, like, you didn't get the flow. Even when you had said to me that one time, like, you don't switch it up enough. I'm like, damn, I need to really hear what people talking about. So it's like, it's more so just actually listening now, like, damn, I don't like my old shit. From that perspective, like, but I did feel like it was shitting on people I've worked with too, because it's like.
You know what it is though? It's learning to take criticism, but I think it's also all of us learning how to like give it to you. And so like you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's both people's fault. Like I think ultimately when you go back and look at it, that's why you're able to say, damn, I could have just listened. But as somebody that's giving you criticism, we also could say, well, damn, we probably could have like addressed it differently to where it didn't seem like such a criticism, more just like a suggestion or an idea that you could like. It's because it's real ultimately up to you. It's your journey. It's your journey to discover your own process. All I'm gonna tell you is just enjoy. Instead of like fight the process and get frustrated with it, just try to enjoy it, because once you figured it all out, like you'll just get to a point where you're just able to do it, and you're gonna miss the days when it was a challenge, and when you like, you know what I mean, you're gonna miss the challenge of like having to figure it out, because one day it'll just all just be like, you could just do it.
That's true.
You know, and it's gonna get easier, and you're gonna miss the days when it was like challenging.
I like what you said though, like actually learning how to give the criticism. I think it is both parties, and also me. When y'all met me, I was still growing into me from poetry, art, rapping, but like growing into me as a person, not even just an artist. Like I come from everything I do, I'm being criticized. Like I come from being bullied growing up to even at home. Oh, you're not moving fast enough. You're not doing this. No, like it's like every time somebody says something, it's not to be defensive, but it's like, fuck, can I enjoy it right now?
feel like
You know, like I don't feel like I got to enjoy it. Feel like
or at
work.
least maybe allow you to like. Do you feel like you'd never were allowed just to make your mistakes and like people understand? Like, yeah,
That's how I feel.
I understand.
Yep, definitely.
Damn, we got deep in here. I like this. I like the time frame I'm doing too because it's like I feel like I said,
It's not recording, or is it just I can't see it anymore?
You just can't see. But thank you for checking.
I'm like, I did not do my job.
Only in perfect time too. But yeah, appreciate you. We're gonna get to work, I guess.
Yep.
Y'all
Later.
follow Qween Meek. I put the tag at the beginning of the episode and all that, so people follow you on IG. Follow her music. What's the last thing you dropped?
Qween Meek.
Qween Meek, go check that out for sure.
Yeah.
I'm Koala Khool. Check y'all next time. Unconscious